Best Walden quotes from Henry David Thoreau. Rather than love, than money, than fame, give me truth. If you have built castles in the air, your work need not be lost, that is where they should be. As if you could kill time without injuring eternity. A man is rich in proportion to the number of things which he can afford to let alone. However mean your life is, meet it and live it, do not shun it and call it hard names. The mass of men lead lives of quiet desperation. What is called resignation is confirmed desperation. All men want, not something to do with, but something to do, or rather something to be. We must learn to reawaken and keep ourselves awake, not by mechanical aid, but by an infinite expectation of the dawn. Books are the treasured wealth of the world and the fit inheritance of generations and nations. I love to be alone. I never found the companion that was so companionable as solitude. I know of no more encouraging fact than the unquestionable ability of man to elevate his life by a conscious endeavor. We need the tonic of wildness. We can never have enough of nature. I would rather sit on a pumpkin and have it all to myself than be crowded on a velvet cushion. I should not talk so much about myself if there were anybody else whom I knew as well. Economy is a subject which admits of being treated with levity, but it cannot so be disposed of. It is a labor to task the faculties of a man such problems of profit and loss, of interest, of tear and tread, and gauging of all kinds in it, as demand a universal knowledge. Our life is frittered away by detail. Simplify, simplify. To us, snow and cold seem a mere delaying of the spring. How far we are from understanding the value of these things in the economy of nature. The taste for the beautiful is most cultivated out of doors. What lies behind us and what lies ahead of us are tiny matters compared to what lives within us. I have a room all to myself, it is nature. Be yourself, not your idea of what you think somebody else's idea of yourself should be. From the right point of view, every storm and every drop in it is a rainbow. I learned this, at least, by my experiment, that if one advances confidently in the direction of his dreams, and endeavors to live the life which he has imagined, he will meet with a success unexpected in common hours. Many have believed Walden reached quite through to the other part of the globe. All nature is your congratulation, and you have cause momentarily to bless yourself. Turn the old, return to them. Things do not change, we change. How many a man has dated a new era in his life from the reading of a book? An early morning walk is a blessing for the whole day. Live in each season as it passes, breathe the air, drink the drink, taste the fruit, and resign yourself to the influence of the earth. Heaven is under our feet as well as over our heads. Every morning was a cheerful invitation to make my life of equal simplicity, and I may say innocence, with nature herself. There are 1,000 hacking at the branches of evil to one who is striking at the root. As a single footstep will not make a path on the earth, so a single thought will not make a pathway in the mind. Every oak tree started out as a couple of nuts who stood their ground. We have the St. Vita stance, and cannot possibly keep our heads still. That man who does not believe that each day contains an earlier, more sacred, and auroral hour than he has yet profaned, has despaired of life, and is pursuing a descending and darkening way. While civilization has been improving our houses, it has not equally improved the men who are to inhabit them. I hate that my motive for visiting a friend should be that I want society, that it should lie in my poverty and weakness, and not in his and my riches and strength. It is something to be able to paint a particular picture, or to carve a statue, and so to make a few objects beautiful, but it is far more glorious to carve and paint the very atmosphere and medium through which we look, which morally we can do. I had 3 chairs in my house, 1 for solitude, 2 for friendship, 3 for society. How much of the life of certain men goes to sustain to make respected the institutions of society? I see nothing permanent in the society around me, and am not quite committed to any of its ways. I say, beware of all enterprises that require new clothes, and not rather a new wearer of clothes. Only that day dawns to which we are awake. There is more day to dawn. The sun is but a morning star. The cost of a thing is the amount of what I will call life which is required to be exchanged for it, immediately or in the long run. In most books, the I, of first person, is omitted. In this, it will be retained, that, in respect to egotism, is the main difference. We commonly do not remember that it is, after all, always the first person that is speaking. It's the beauty within us that makes it possible for us to recognize the beauty around us. Be it life or death, we crave only reality. The path of least resistance leads to crooked rivers and crooked men.